Good evening from Dollywood Theme Park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's Ryan. On today's adventure, we're gonna go for a walk around the theme park, checking out their Smoky Mountain Christmas. I'll do my best to highlight a number of things you can enjoy in the park during this festival, including some shows. We'll check out some new merchandise. We'll talk about rides, when rides close down when it gets too cold. And once the sun goes down, I'm gonna walk around the park with you to check out all of the Christmas lights, and we'll check out the snow in the grove and perhaps meet Roly Poly. So there's a lot to check out and only so much time to do it. So without further ado, let the adventure begin. As we enter the front of the park, you can see this is where you check in for Sevier County days. If you live or work in Sevier County, you can go to Dollywood from November 1st through the 9th for only a $5 donation. So there's a lot of days that kids are in school. I wouldn't anticipate it to be too crazy in the daytime, but I have seen some people commenting that they'll be coming at night to see the Christmas lights. And here's your first place that you can stop and grab a photo in front of this beautiful wreath that has Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas. Down below, we'll be seeing lots of Christmas trees around the park as I take you for a walk through it. And once you're in the park, you come to the next place that you can grab a photo in front of this sign, which also has the 40th anniversary up in the top corner that they've added this year. And just behind the sign is the Show Street Palace Theater, which has the first show I wanted to highlight. It's Christmas with Kingdom Airs. They've already had their last show for today, but that is something you can come and enjoy if you're coming to the festival this November or December. We've got the Show Street Bakery to the right and the Show Street Ice Cream Shop over to the left. Both have some new food items for the festival. We did a video earlier today going over everything you can get with Dollywood's Tasting Pass, helping to answer the question, is it worth it for the Christmas festival? I'll put a link to that video down in the pinned comment. We've missed the last show of today at the Show Street Gazebo, but you can catch the Holiday Wild Roots Band. This is when they typically play, but you can always check the show schedule and park map to get more details on the current times that they'll be performing. Let's head over here to the Dolly Parton Experience. You can see some butterflies on the bridge. They'll look much better when we walk back through here at night. So too will this Christmas tree with all sorts of white and pink ornaments. We'll come back and check that out later. Another show you can catch is Heidi Parton's Kin and Friends over to the right. They sing more Christmas songs during the festival. I think I want to come over here to behind the scenes and see, are there any Christmas related items that they've added? So they have added some new items in here that Dolly Parton has worn through the years for some different Christmas shows and movies that she's been a part of. So you can come in here and check out what Dolly has worn for Christmas. We'll cut back over towards Red's Drive-In in just a little bit. You can see some people over at Dolly Parton's tour bus. But I want to head back out to Show Street and show you some different Christmas interactive bubble wand stations that they've added. And I did notice some new Christmas merchandise in here in this little store on the corner. You've got to have a Holly Dolly Christmas and some Dolly Santa hats and some different Christmas themed items that you can shop for. But let's go back across the bridge over to Show Street. Again, you can see all the red Christmas bells up above. They look even better at night. Looks like there's a few Christmas items over here. Some warm hats that you can grab if you need one. Not too cold today, but it will get pretty cold later into the season. They have these Lumi Light ornaments for $40 each. I have not seen these here at Dollywood. They have some other hoodies, a couple different items in this store. We'll check out the Emporium before we leave. And as we come to this next shop, you can see one of the interactive bubble wand locations right here. Let me show you how it works. You would need some type of interactive bubble wand You could bring one from a previous festival. They've got these bears and butterflies, and over on this side, they have nutcrackers that you can get. You just have to make sure it's one with a switch. They do have some other bubble ones like these. These ones are just basic bubble ones. They're not going to do what I'm going to show you you can do with your little one, which if you turn it to the right setting, you can come up to any of these bubble wand locations and your little one can basically activate the bubbles. So we'll see a couple of these. This is a big giant red ornament. We'll see what else we can find around Dollywood. Got lots of other giant ornaments over here where they had pumpkins for the Harvest Festival. You can see this over here says peace, and they have some more out over here, and then a tree right here in the middle of Market Square. And I wanted to walk up this hill over to the Celebrity Theater real quick to highlight a show we highly recommend. It's very well done. So Christmas in the Smokies is about a 50-minute show. It's really well done. They've been doing it for over 35 years now. Let me see if I can just show you a quick highlight.
Hey, get around, let's sing a song, let's deck the halls with laughter. Let's do it proud, let's sing it loud, and ring from off the raft.
So if you've never seen Christmas in the Smokies and you only have time for one show while you're here at Dollywood, I would prioritize that one. It's one of my favorites. It's really well done. Well, second favorite. I'll show you my favorite in just a little bit, which is a little shorter runtime. Next, we come to Mountain Blown Glass. This is where you can make your own ornament, which to me is one of the most unique gifts that you can get to bring home. Here are some examples in different colors. We actually did a video on this process specifically with a pumpkin, but everything would apply. I'll put a link to that video down below, how to make your own blown glass ornament. In a nutshell, that video explains it's $49.99. They will run out of spaces, so this is something you want to come do first thing in the morning to get signed up for and get a time slot to come make your own glass ornament. And they'll hold it for you. You don't have to carry it around all day. You can get it when you exit the park. But let's head down this pathway and see what other shows and merchandise and things we can find. We've got some Christmas trees out on the water. We'll come by and check out later tonight. They'll look a lot better once it's dark, along with all the other trees around Dollywood, all the different lights on the trees, I should say. And you've got the Mountain Laurel store on the corner here, which has always pretty much year-round different types of Christmas merchandise, but this is a great store to walk through and do some shopping this November or December. Let's work our way over towards the train. I did want to point out Parton's Back Porch Theater over here to the left, which is where you can watch the Appalachian Christmas show at different times throughout the day. It's a really nice little show. You can sit in here and enjoy some live music. All right, let's keep going around up towards the train station. So there's some people running to the train and trying to catch it before it leaves the station. I'm not sure they're gonna make it as the line is pretty long. And this actually isn't too bad. I've seen it really, really long between Christmas and New Year's. This is another thing that I would highly recommend if you've never been on the Dollywood Express. It's really neat during the Christmas time. Dolly sings some Christmas songs, and it would be something I would highly recommend doing while you're here. And if you do go for a train ride, you can notice off the back here, they've added this area, which has some fire pits. You can come do some s'mores as a family. We highlighted this in our food video, but just wanted to make sure you knew this is something new this year that you can come and do and make some s'mores. One thing that they brought back this year is Santa's List, and this is an experience where you or your little ones can come and meet Santa. Much like the glass blown ornament, this is something we would recommend coming to do early, as I've seen the line get pretty long later in the day, but we have a video showing you what Santa's list is like. I did ask and they said nothing has changed from last year, so if your kiddos love that experience, they'll also enjoy it this year as well. And as we've made it into the country fair, there are a number of rides that kids can enjoy back here. I did want to see what did they do with this area that had all sorts of candy corn characters, and they did what I figured they would do. And it looks like they basically turned this into a sitting area. So if you're looking to get a snack or just come sit down, you can do that over here now. So I'll try to work back here once it's completely dark so we can see some of the lights a little better. Let me work over to the celebration hall and head back towards the grist mill. I'm not sure if we'll be able to find Miss Lillian out tonight. Hopefully we can see her or Applejack up ahead. So instead of going over to the game area, we're gonna take a hard left and take this back route to get back to Dogs and Taters and the Parton's Back Porch Theater. And along the way, I want to point out all the water is gone from the Smoky Mountain River Rampage ride. It is done for the year. It will be back up and running in the spring once the park reopens then, but you can't do any water rides once the festival kicks off here in November. Oh, scared him. So let's catch the train as it goes by. Oh, I opened my eyes. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go through this area, which again looks even better as it gets darker. Maybe we'll work our way back through later. I'm really hoping we can see Miss Lillian up ahead. Hopefully she can be here today. We've got lots of Christmas trees around the park, and you have the grist mill up here making lots of cinnamon bread. Let's go see how long the line is. And it looks like it's not too bad. I've actually seen it wrapped all the way out here and coming out in front of our next stop, which would be the Valley Theater. They have Oh Holy Night. Now this is my favorite show. I might be biased. Our daughter Hannah was in it a few years back, and it is a really great story. It's only about 15 minutes long, but it's the story of the birth of Jesus, and it ties in with the family. Definitely worth your time. It's an outdoor theater, but if you have 15 minutes, come sit in here and enjoy this amazing show. Here's a few highlights.
This is the last time we're taking you to winter pasture until you're grown up.
I am grown up.
You're not. You lost our flock.
Yes,
Daniel.
but I found them again. Didn't I?
Jacob, Nathaniel, be quiet. That star.
This is a sign unto you. Christ the Lord is born.
So from Oh Holy Night at the Valley Theater, you can go check out some of the different things you can shop for in Craftsman's Valley, such as these leather ornaments you can come over and make with a Craftsman. I see a bear design over here that you can do. Looks like a boot. So they got a couple different designs. So if you want to come make your own leather Christmas ornament, it is $10. Over here, let's see what else we can find in Craftsman's Valley. I think we should take a hard left and go check out this store where they also have some personalized Christmas ornaments that you can come in here and pick out a different design, and they will customize it with different names. Let me see if I can find anything unique to Dollywood. This is kind of like the Dollywood Express, or this one right here with the bears. And I like these ornaments over here. Got some other nice Christmas Dollywood ornaments that you can get and frame as well. Snow globe. So Lots of things that you can come into this store and shop for. And right next to that is the Christmas store. It is always a Christmas store year round. They also have some ornaments in here. It looks like some other unique Christmas stuff that you can come and shop for that's specific to the Great Smoky Mountains, like this bear with the national park sign, as well as all these different nativity scenes that they have in here. So let's keep going for a walk and see what else we can find. I actually want to see if there's anything at the Valley Forge blacksmith. So you can get an appointment to come make your own knife. They also have some Christmas trees, and it looks like Rudolph that they've made over here. So some things that you can make or just shop for in this store. As we come to the chapel, the candlelight carolers are not performing at the moment, but we'll try to go through and see if we can catch them later tonight. Again, wanted to point out the water rides like Daredevil Falls is closed down. So Daredevil Falls, Smoky Mountain, River Rampage are done for the year. Those are the only two that are currently closed today here on opening day. When it comes to cold temperatures, there are certain rides that have to close if it gets too cold. If you look over here on the right, here's a look at some of those guidelines. So if you are coming here and planning to ride some rides, I would prioritize riding those rides during the day when the sun is out, when there are warmer temperatures. That way, if it does close down, you don't miss out on certain rides. Here is another interactive bubble wand location, this snowman. And it looks like they have a lot of the similar ones that we saw up front. So the interactive one this year at this point is this Nutcracker bubble wand. And looks like crowds are starting to pick up later into the day, which is what I would anticipate most days, as people want to just come in the evening and walk along and see all of the Christmas lights as we are doing right now. Let's check out some of the different prizes that you can win over here. They did have a stuffed cinnamon bread. I don't see that one back yet at this time. Maybe they'll be able to get it. Like, we've got some giant candy canes and Santas over on this side near the Tennessee Tornado roller coaster. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Ever been on it? I'm good. And you've got Wild Eagle and Fire Chaser Express back here with lots of white and blue Christmas lights on these different trees. So actually not too crowded here on opening day. So let's head into Wildwood Grove to see if we can catch it snowing and some characters that are perhaps out and about over here. Looks like our timing is perfect. They're kicking off Snow in the Grove right now. So they actually just started Snow in the Grove. They're playing some Christmas music and have some different lights going on over here right now. They should be shooting off snow here any moment. Let's see if we can get a little closer to the tree. So Snow in the Grove kicks off every 30 minutes. Looks like we're about 4 minutes into the show. No snow yet, but I do hear Dolly talking over here. I think we have snow. It's snowing in Wildwood Grove. So it's Dolly telling the story of what it was like for her going through Christmas as a kid. And you've got some different machines shooting off some snow. Maybe we'll come back here in a little bit, but I want to see how we can catch Roly Poly, one of the characters that comes out, which should be over here in the character meet and greet. Hasn't come out yet. I think they might come out after Snow in the Grove.
We hope the spirit of the season rings out loud and clear and becomes part of your heart song forever.
So it's 6:37 in total. That whole little thing over here in the grove was about 7 minutes long. Again, the snow came out, I would say about 4 or 5 minutes in. But if you want to bring the kids over and they can come see the snow, but this is who I would say you want to see, who comes out right after the snow. It's working his way over right now. It's the one and only Roly Poly. Hey, Roly Poly. So he's working his way over to the character meet and greet. If you want to get a photo with Roly Poly, I would suggest get in line over here. Again, not too busy today, but this will become a popular spot to hop in line to come get a photo with Roly Poly working his way down the road here. So if you want to come get a photo with Roly Poly, you can. I just saw another character walk by. We got to go find him. There's a bear on the loose in Dollywood. Let's see if we can find him over here. We found Polar.
Indeed.
All right, let me guess, your favorite drink. What do you like to drink in the holidays? Is that hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Hot chocolate? Anything else? Do you have a favorite soda? Is it Coke?
He's been trying to stick to Coke Zero.
Okay, Coke Zero. Gotcha, watching the calories.
Yeah. Doing his best to.
So if you want to come see Polar, he's over here in the Wildwood Creek. Bye, Polar. Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
I love how Roly Poly lights up. Hello. No shade or disrespect to Benjamin Bear, one of the characters you can meet over here, but I think those are my two favorite characters that Dollywood brings out. They're awesome. So my wife Brie is here with our daughter Hannah. She said we're over at Big Bear Mountain. So I'm walking over here real quick to see if I can find them. So I found Brie and Hannah. They're waiting in line. They were trying to convince me to hop on, but I said, no, I gotta keep walking everyone through the park. So perhaps I'll jump on with them later, but let's go back through Wildwood Grove and work our way back to the front. It is getting darker, so I think there's a lot more that we can see now. You can see some Christmas trees over here by Hidden Hollow. It's an indoor playground area, so if you're here with kids or grandkids and it is very cold, you can warm up inside this playground for a little bit. Again, if you want to see Roly Poly or Polar, you're going to catch them after Snow in the Grove. So in addition to Roly Poly and Polar, you can also come see Flutter. Flutter, what is your favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite Christmas tradition? Well, probably waking up my friends and family in the Wildwood tree.
Awesome. Well, I hope you have a great Christmas.
Well, you too.
All right. See you later.
Bye.
You can see all of the Christmas lights over here by the tree. It's getting much better now that it's darker. Here comes Big Bear Mountain. Such a fun ride, day or night. We talked about seeing Santa over at Santa's List by the train. There actually is another place that you could see him, which we'll try to see if we can find him later in the night. We've got some Michael Bublé playing throughout Dollywood right now, and a number of other Christmas songs that they will play. We've got lots of snowflakes and Christmas trees, and it looks like another bubble wand location over here by Mystery Mine. One ride that can handle lower temperatures very well is Dropline. This one can stay open, probably the lowest of any ride as far as temperatures. They've got lots of polar bears out on the lake right now. Must be distant relatives of Polar that we met over in Wildwood Grove. Let's go for a walk over here by Thunderhead roller coaster. We've got lots of Christmas trees and lights over here. And we have made it to the Arctic Passage, which are playing some Christmas music. And they have different light sequences through here. Got some more trees over here. And this big giant one, I always like this one that has little drips of blue lights, almost like it's dripping water. As we made it to this side of Glacier Ridge, again, just lots of Christmas trees and lights in this area of the park. before we get back to the beginning. So we've made it back to the front of the park. I did want to go into the Emporium real quick to see if I noticed any new Christmas merchandise that they have. Looks like they have this sweatshirt and this hoodie. I like this shirt. I am a dog person with the Grinch. Lots of different Christmas ornaments. And there are a lot of people in this store as I try to work over to Dolly's Coat of Many Colors products over here. And they have a Coat of Many Colors tree. And it looks like they have a Dollywood Christmas Loungefly for $90 that you could pick up in here. And then they have this classic Merry Christmas Santa with Dollywood at the bottom. And then they have these Howdy Santa Dollywood sweatshirts and some other products. So lots of different things you can shop for in the Emporium. But I think what I want to do is try to work our way over to the Christmas lights. I just realized I forgot to mention the fireworks that they'll have in Dollywood back in Wildwood Grove starting the 28th. It should be every Friday and Saturday thereafter at the end of the night. It's not a drone show, just fireworks, again, starting on November 28th. But now that we've made it back on to Show Street, let's go for a walk. It is much darker, so you can see all of the lights much better. Oh, the weather is fantastic. Love all the music, the lights. Just so nice to be back in Dollywood for Smoky Mountain Christmas. All right, let's take a hard right over to the Dolly Parton Experience. You can see some of these butterflies on the bridge much better now. These are so colorful as you walk the bridge towards the Dolly Parton Experience and make it to the giant pink Dolly Christmas tree over here. Again, much better at night, in my opinion, when you have all these bedazzled trees in this area of the park. So we didn't go this way before. I'm gonna head over by Red's, past everyone in line to get on Dolly's old tour bus that you can do a tour on. And as we head towards Lightning Rod Roller Coaster, I did want to point out what we missed earlier. The Pines Theater has another Christmas show you can enjoy. It's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's about a 45-minute show, so if you want to come catch this with the kids or grandkids, it's probably the favorite show for many kids. So you can get inside and get out of the cold. Here in front of Red's Drive-In, you've got this classic Santa and these elves. Felt like I saw so many houses when I was a little kid with these style Christmas decorations. So I do feel like I'm transported back in time when I go for a walk in this area of the park. You've got some different multicolored lights and bells over here by Lightning Rod Roller Coaster. The fastest coaster in the park, clocking in at 73 miles per hour. There were some other classic decorations over here. Looks like they just have some trees this year. Let's go across the bridge, which has some lights on it. All right, let's take a hard left and head back over to Market Square. See what that tree looks like at night now. As we made it back over to Market Square, again, you can see some of these giant ornaments do light up a little bit at night. And here is a look at the Christmas tree in the middle with a big giant star up above. I would say there's definitely a lot more people in the park later in the night. See a really good line of people waiting for the red velvet funnel cake, which, spoiler alert, that was one of our favorite sweet treats in the park on our tasting pass video guide. All right, let's see if we can catch the Christmas trees over here. They go in different sequences every so often. It's Christmas Reflections. So it's not an elaborate show by any means, but it's just a little area you can stop, look out onto the water, see the reflections of the trees at night. The train has made it back into the station. Let's see if we can go check out some of the lights over in this area of the park. Lots of white, green, and red on the buildings here. Again, a pretty good line of people waiting to get on the next train. If it's a very busy night, that line can get very long, but just want to show you some of the buildings back here at night with all the Christmas lights on. You can see Santa's List line is not too bad. Let's head over into Country Fair. Yeah, I really like the gathering barn with all the red and white lights all throughout this area. Let me cut back through the path we did earlier, see if I can get over to the candlelight carolers and show you a few highlights. You can see the Dollywood sign up above as we go back through this area at night, which is a great photo spot next to all of these lights along the wall here. I also want to point out there is a Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas VIP tour going on over on the left side. I notice here that is something you can pay extra for. It's $79 a person. I would say it's not something you need to do if you're familiar with this park, but if you've never been and you just want someone to bring you around and give you all of the highlights as you feel like I can't remember everything in the video, that is available to you. But I'm doing my best to give you a tour of the park in this video, and I am so glad we do have Miss Lillian here.
Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's there, and sometimes the picture is out there. It's here.
Hey, Miss Lillian.
Hey, Rod, I'm so glad to announce that Chicken Little is finally dressed. He's been running around buck naked all year. And he got his Christmas sweater that someone made him that sweet. And he got his wings, of course, because every time a bell rings at Christmas, an angel earns their chicken wings, you know. We are all ready for the season. I'm so excited. It's a hot chicken Christmas. Adventure is everywhere. We are riding up today. And up all over the park. Chicks want to go, I know it's the first of November, it's true. But Lord knows, this world needs Christmas. Don't you know it's true? And Thanksgiving too. And we're so thankful for you. That's when all the turkeys come out. Yeah, not the chicken, it's the turkeys. That's right, Chicken Little. And the turkeys too. I didn't mean to look at you, Ryan, when I said turkey too. We love y'all. Come to Dollywood. Oh, it's the first day of the Christmas celebration. And Thanksgiving. Every day's Thanksgiving here. Cheeky kisses.
Thanks, Miss Lillian. I gotta get that same hat.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah, I gotta come up with the same thing.
I had somebody, Kansas Costume compared me to a Muppet. I love the Muppets. I've been a Muppet all my life.
Good to see you, Miss Lillian.
Good to see you too.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, darling.
Bye.
Cheeky blessings.
See ya. So it's always great to see Miss Lillian, and the grist mill at night is so pretty. You can see the reflection of the wheel. So let's keep walking along. As I can see, the cinnamon bread line has indeed gotten longer. So it looks like they closed down the make your own leather ornament area. So again, that would be something I would recommend doing earlier in the day. But I hear the candlelight carolers up ahead. So let's see if we can go get a few highlights of some of their singing up here by the chapel. They have some very talented singers you can go over and enjoy, whether you're right by the chapel or just hang over here. I'm a huge fan of the songs that they sing. They're classic Christmas songs exalting the birth of Jesus here on earth. Love it. Really good show. Definitely recommend. So it is much darker now, and you can actually enjoy Glacier Ridge and all of the lights in this area much better. We saw some polar bears over by the drop line. There are also some over here. You can see one down to the right. And there is a polar bear hanging up over here at their Valley Falls area. Now we made it over to these lights. There are 3 different sequences that it goes through. So you can just hang over here or do what I'm doing and walk through. And again, we've walked through this area before, so I'm not going to linger, but it just looks better as you walk through, the darker it is. A great example would be this curtain of blue lights up above. Is a lot better as it's completely dark now than walking through it earlier. See some of the snowflake lights as we enter into Timber Canyon and go under Mystery Mine. So I don't think we're gonna go into Wildwood Grove, as we already went over there to see Polar and Roly Poly and Flutter and saw what snow in the Grove is. Again, starting the 28th, that's gonna be your best location to catch the fireworks on select nights. There's lots of Christmas lights on Mystery Mine, but just a reminder, Mystery Mine itself is closed for the rest of the season. So if you're coming to the park for this festival and excited to ride Mystery Mine, you won't be able to. So we made it to the front of the park. I did want to point out, if you are here, once the park closes, you're able to catch Santa often up on top of the Emporium, and they'll sometimes shoot off some snow in this area as you exit the park. I just want to point out, here is the back of the line to get into the bakery. So if there is a sweet treat or cinnamon that you want to get while you're here at Dollywood Smoky Mountain Christmas, I would do that in the middle of the day or earlier if you can, because it often is very, very busy later into the night, and it can take you some time to get whatever you want to get inside the bakery. But I think I'm gonna go find Brie and Hannah and head home. But I hope this video has been helpful or enjoyable. If you're coming to Dollywood, or you just want to see what the park is like during Christmas time, if you found this helpful or enjoyable, do us a big favor. Simply like the video. Feel free to share any of your thoughts or ask any questions down in the comments. We'll do our best to help you out. So check out our food video. If you haven't seen that yet, that's in the pinned comment. And until next time, we'll see you on the next adventure.